Hello and welcome you all in my YouTube channel English with Rekha Mishra. Today we are going to learn about all of the tenses in the English language. For each tense I will show you the form and its different uses, right? And first of all we have to know what is a tense or what is its function, right? Tenses help us to talk about the timing of our activity. What is the function of a tense? To show or to talk about, it talks about the timings of our activity when that particular, it shows that when that particular activity was done, right? So, if we look at the tenses, these are of three types: present, past and future. If you talk about, we have four aspects, right? Simple, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. These are the tenses: present, past and future, simple, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. These four are the aspects. If we talk about the tenses indicate time. What do they indicate? Time. They indicate time. And aspects indicate habit, repetition, duration and completion within a particular time. So here if you look at the present, we can find here four aspects like present simple, present continuous, present perfect continuous, right? In the same way for past we have simple past, past continuous, past perfect continuous. For future we have future simple, future continuous, future perfect and future perfect continuous. First of all, we will talk about the present simple. What is its use? First of all, we have to know about its uses. Because if you don't know the use of anything, it means that thing is useless to us, right? So it's very important for us to know its uses first. We use it to denote, or it denotes habit. We use it to show habit, routine, our daily routine, or an universal truth. If I talk about habit, I can say, I like pizza, right? This is my habit. Or I like to dance, right? So this is my habit. And if I talk about routine, I will say that I wake up early in the morning, right? And and I go to school every day. This is my routine. If I talk about universal truth, I can say that the earth rotates on its axis, right? This is the universal truth. So we use it for three things: to show the habit, to show the routine and to show the universal truth. And first of all, we have to know how do we make it. We make it with subject, with the use of subject along with the first form of verb and object. First of all, we have to know the subject. What are subject? I, we, you, they, he, she, it. Anyone's name, all these are subject, and anyone's name or anything's name, that is subject, or any place's name, that is subject. So, if you talk about helping verb, in this case, we rarely use helping verb with present simple. We use helping verb do and does in case of, especially in case of, or usually in case of negative and interrogative. And apart from that, we use a verb without s when we are using it with subject I, we, you, they. For subjects I, we, you, they, we use helping verb do in case of negative and interrogative, and sometimes in affirmative also. And in case when we are using this with the subject I, we, you, they, we use the verb without s. We never use s along with verb's first form here, right? But with subject he, she, it, we use does. We use helping verb does. And in case of, we can say in case of singular subject, we use does. And it can be name of any person, it can be name of any place, or it can be name of anything also when we are talking about subject. But that should be singular, then in that case we will use the does. And here we use the verb with s or es, like he goes, she goes, it does, right? And apart from that, in case of I, we, you, they, or any plural name of many people, if we are taking them as subject together as subject, we will not use s along with verbs first form. How? They like it. We can say they like it. We are not saying they likes, right? I go there. I am not saying that I goes there. I will say I go there. We do it. I will not say we does it, right? And for if you talk about main verb which we are using here, we use first form of verb. Simply the first form of verb, right? And it is used to show the habit, routine and universal truth. So rule to use it or to make it is subject plus verb's first form and object. Here we have few examples. You can see I like chocolates, he likes chocolates, Neha likes chocolates, they like chocolates, Neha and Priya likes chocolate. Here I have given these examples just to show the use of s here. See, along with the verb. If it is I have used verb without s. If it is he, I have used s with the verb. And if it is single or singular person, Neha, so I have used here s along with the verb. But in case of plural, I have not used s along with the verb. Here you can see I have mentioned two girls, Neha and Priya. So I have not used here s along with the verb. So it was all about present simple. Now we will move towards present continuous. If we look at present continuous, first of all we have to look on its uses. If we say, first of all you look at the word continuous. What does it indicate? If you look at the word continuous, it indicates that something which is happening on, right? Or which is going on, which is happening now, right? So the use of present continuous is to show the action that is happening now. If I say I am teaching, so here this is the thing, this is the example of present continuous. I'm showing a sentence which is indicating what I am doing now, right? If I say I am teaching, you are learning, so this is present continuous. So here first of all we will look at the subject, and first of all we will look how we make it. We make it with the help of subject, helping verb. Helping verb means here we have am, are and is for different subjects, right? We use them according to the subject. And verb along with ing, and verb's first form along with ing and the object. First of all we will look at subject here. As you all know that what are subjects? Here we have subjects I, we, you, they, he, she, it, or anyone's name, right? So helping verbs. If we look at helping verb, here for subject I we use am, and for subject we, you and they we use are. In case of plural we use are, and for subject he, she, it we use is, right? And if you talk about the main verb, here we use verb's first form with ing, like speaking, like eating. Eat is the first form of the verb. If I add ing to it, it will be eating. If I add ing to speak, it will be speaking, right? So, and we use it to show the action, or it denotes an action that is happening now. Here we have few examples. I am watching a video. You are watching a video. She is watching a video. You can see here with I have used am helping verb. With you I have used are helping verb. With she I have used is helping verb, right? And these all sentences are showing that the action is happening now. So now the third we have for present perfect. And first of all we have to know its uses. We use it to show the action that has happened already. If we say how we make it with the help of subject, helping verb, third form of the verb and object. First of all we will look at subject I, we, you, they, he, she, it, as you know, and apart from that we can take anyone's name also, right? And helping verbs, here in this case we have and has. Main verb use in past participle. You know what are past participles? third form of the verb, right? Or we can say the third form of the verb. And apart from that, we use it to show the action that has already happened, that has happened already, right? If we talk about subject like I, we, you, they, right? Especially in case of plurals, we use have, and in case of I also, right? We use helping verb have, but for he, she, it, or any single person's name, we will use has. So here I have few examples. You can see I have made a video. With I have used helping verb have, and the main verb is third form of the word or past participle, you can see, and then object. And with he, I have used has, third form of the verb, and past the object. Then with they, I have used have, third form of the verb, and object. So these all the sentences are showing about the action which has happened already, right? Next, we have present perfect continuous. If you look at present perfect continuous, first of all, we will know its uses, right? It shows an action that has started in the past until it is happening. It is still happening, means it is started in the past, but it is still happening. So first of all, we will know how we make it. If we have to know its about its formation, first of all, we take subject, then helping verb, then main verb. With first form of main verb means first form of the verb with ing and then object, right? If you look at the subject, we have here I, we, you, they, he, she, it, right? So helping verbs, we have different for different subject according to the subject, right? For I, we, you, they, we have helping verb have been, and for he, she, it, we have helping verb has been. Now let's come to the main verb. If you talk about main verb, here we use main verb like first form of the verb with ing form, right? So here with ing, we will add ing to the first form of the verb, and we use it to show the action that has started in the past but it's still going on, right? And we make it with subject, helping verb, main verb, verbs first form and ing, and object. Here are few examples you can see. First example, I have been making videos. He has been making videos. They have been making videos. If you look at the sentences with I have used have been, and verb make plus ing, it has become making, and then object, right? Here also with he I have used has been with verb plus ing, first form of verb plus ing and object. Here with they, I have used have been because it's plural, and with have been and first form of verb with ing and object. So here you can see that all these in all these sentences, the action has started earlier. It has already started, but it's still going on. I have been making videos. I have not mentioned here that I have stopped making it, right? So he has been making videos means the action is still going on. It was all about the present perfect continuous. Now we will move towards the next type of tense, that is past. So first of all, if you look at past means about the thing which has happened in past somewhere, right? So first of all, if we come to its first form, it's past simple. You can see how it's past simple. First of all, we will know what is the use of past simple. It denotes an action, or we use it to show the action that happened already in the past, or any completed action of the past, means that action has been completed in past, right? It's not like that it's still going on. Means any action that happened already in the past and that has already completed in the past. So here first we will look at its formation. We make it with the help of subject, main verb. Main verb means here second form of the verb, right? Past tense. And then object. So first of all, we will look at subject. Here we have subject, as you all know. I, we, you, they, he, she, it. So here we have, for all these subjects together, we can use, if we take all these subjects, we can use here same helping verb in case of simple past, right? Or past simple. That is did. Helping verb will be did here. But where do we use did? we usually used it in case of negative and interrogative, right? And apart from that, here main verb is the second form of verb, and it is used to show any action that has happened in the past or that has completed in the past. So here I have few examples. I wrote a letter, he wrote a letter, they wrote a letter. In all these, along with all these subjects like I, he, they, we have used the same form of verb. Like we have not added any here, any of the helping verb here, because we usually use helping verb did in case of negative and affirmative, right? Here second form of the verb has been used along with the subject and then object. It is one of the simplest form of the tense. Now after that we have past continuous, right? If you look at past continuous, so obviously as we know that continuous means which is happening, right? Which is going on, right? So here first of all we will look at its uses, right? If you look at the uses, we can say that it shows an action that was happening at some time in the past. It was happening in the past, right? Here we have subjects I, we, you, they, he, she, it, or it can be anyone's name also in case of subject. But helping verbs are different according to the subject. For I, we have was. For we, you, they, in case of these plurals, we have were. And for singulars like he, she, it, we have was. So we can use was with I and he, she, it, and were for we, you, and they. And main verb which we use here after helping verb, that is verb plus ing. Verbs first form and ing, like speaking, doing, eating, going, running, right? And we all know about its uses, that we use it to show the action that is happening, that was happening in the past, right? So here we know the rule: subject plus helping verb plus main verb. Main verb means verbs first form and ing and then object. Here I have few examples. I was writing a letter, he was writing a letter, they were writing a letter. Now you will think that we have used the same kind of sentence just to show the difference in helping verbs, right? Because for I have used was along with first form of verb and ing and then the object. With he, in case of singular, also I have used was with first person, with the first form of verb ing and the object, right? And in case of here it will be they. It's not there, it will be they. It's actually error. They were writing a letter, right? So here they were writing a letter. Here in case of they, we have used were. So all these sentences are showing the action which was happening in the past, right? Next we have past perfect tense. If we look at past perfect tense, first of all we have to look at its uses, right? It shows an action. We use it to show the action that had happened before some time in the past, right? So here you can see that subject we have I, we, you, they, he, she, it, right? And helping verb we all are having same here, right? We are having here same helping verb for all type of subjects, right? For all subjects, and the main verb here will be verb's third form, right? And the rule for is it first we make it with the help of subject, helping verb, main verb means verb's third form, and object, right? Here I have few examples. I had written a letter, he had written a letter, they had written a letter. Here you can see with all subjects, whether it is I, whether it is he, whether it is they, we have used the same helping verb had along with third form of verb. The third form of verb means write, wrote, written. Written is the third form of verb, right? And then the object. Now let's move toward past perfect continuous. If you look at past perfect continuous, you can see here first of all its uses. We use it show an action that started in the past, continued up to some time in the past, and ended in the past only, right? So here we can see that First of all, we have to look for the subject. I, we, you, they, he, she, it, and helping verb will be had been for all the subjects, right? And main verb will be first form of verb with ing, right? Here the rules to make it are subject plus helping verb with main verb. Main verb means verb's first form and ing, and then the object, right? And we used to show an action that started in the past, continued up to some time in the past, and ended in the past only, right? So this is past perfect continuous. Here we will use same helping verb had been for all subjects. You can see here examples. I had been writing a letter. He had been writing a letter. They had been writing a letter. If I look at I had been writing a letter here, with I have used had been here. Got it? Helping verb had been. And in case of main verb, write plus ing means verb's first form and ing, right? Writing and then the object. So I had been writing a letter. This is the complete sentence. And after that, the next sentence, he had been writing a letter with subject. He also, I have used the same. We have used the same. Helping verb had been and verb's first form with ing and then the object. And if you look at plural they, here also we have used the same helping verb had been with verb's first form with ing and the object, right? Now let's move towards future simple. See, till now we have completed present and past. Now we will move towards the future tense. If you look at future, if we talk about future, what comes in our mind means something which will happen later or which will happen in future or in coming days or in coming hours, right? So that was future, right? About future. So here first we are taking its past form. First of all, we are taking its past form, that is future simple. For that, first of all, we will have to look at its uses. If we talk about its uses, we use it to show the action that will happen in future, or we can say a prediction, right? So here we have subjects like I, we, you, they, he, she, it. Got it? And the helping verb shall and will, we will use them accordingly. For I and we will use shall, and for you, they, he, she, it, we will use will. And the main verb is verb used in base or the verb's first form, right? So here, first of all, we have to know how can we make it. We can make it with the help of subject, helping verb, main helping verb is will or shall. Main verb means verb's first form and then the object. So here are a few examples. First one is we shall meet. With I and we, as I have told